to the bank Nifty. But nonetheless, let's get talking about one particular company. Abhishek Kapoor, who is the Group CEO and Director of Puravankara, now joins in to discuss, the demand trends within the real estate space. And Abhishek, I'm going to kick off the interview by asking you about the demand trends, because a quick Google search, of real estate in India shows up that residential demand is at a 6-year high. Somebody is buying a flat worth 70 crores in the city of Mumbai. Companies are entering into different regions as well. Tell us about what you think is taking place when it comes to real estate. Is this just a temporary cycle, or has something structurally changed within the real estate market?
Hi, thank you so much for having me on the show. If you look at real estate, the alignment with the economy, it's one of the leading indicators of the economy. So if you look at this sector, it's pretty much in line with what's happening with the rest of the economy. And therefore, whatever fundamental changes that have happened in the country's economy, which is so optimistic and positive, even IMF is, revising our growth rate, it's similar that's happening in real estate. The only difference is it's slightly more, incrementally looking higher, because also there is consolidation and a lot of pent-up demand that was there. So what we are seeing is that while the economy is going into a long-term upcycle and long-term growth cycle, we believe that the real estate piece will also have a similar upcycle and long-term growth cycle like the economy, because the economic activity in the country has improved. And what's most interesting is that most of the purchase and the demand that is happening today is coming in from end users. It's not an investor-driven demand where people are just investing for the purpose of appreciation. This is purchase that's happening by end users, which is very, very encouraging, because we are seeing a sustained shift in the consumer behavior, wherein people would like to buy more than they would like to rent, or keep that as an option. So I think that commitment has come through post-COVID.
All right, that's a commitment which has come through post-COVID. Abhishek, just wanted your thoughts on your own business in that, because when you started off the year, you had a launch pipeline of 15 million square feet. The first half, you've done just 4 million. Obviously, the second half has higher launches. So you think you can make do with the second half and make up for those, guidance numbers that you had given at the start of this year?
Look, that's a good question. So while we have done only 4 million, the results show that we have grown by about 100% year on year as far as the pre-sales numbers are concerned. And similarly, we have had encouraging incremental collections also. So again, our endeavor is to try and catch up with the launches in the Q3 and Q4. There may be some spillovers, largely on account of some delay of approvals, but I think we are pretty much on track. If we miss it, maybe miss it by a quarter, but the sales numbers are pretty robust, and whatever is getting launched in the market is doing pretty well. So I think that shows in the numbers the fact that we have grown by 100% on the pre-sales.
Okay. What about your debt? Because your gross debt is around 2,600 odd crores. Is there any plan in terms of reduction? If so, how much? What's the targeted gross debt on your books?
So if you look at our net debt, and I think that's again an important conversation to have, net debt has reduced and it's come to about 1,900 odd crores. And we have seen a consistent reduction in the net debt numbers over the last 4 years. I mean, we were from 2,700 down to 1,900. At the same time, what we have also done is we have increased our area under development. We have launched new projects, and the quantum of pre-sales and the collections that are due to come in because of these sales has also gone up. So if you look at the quantum of business versus the quantum of debt, and relatively how we put it is the debt per square foot of area under development. If you look at that number, we were at about 2,000 rupees a square foot, has come down to less than 1,000 rupees a square foot. What that means is that as of 2 years or 3 years back, we were incurring about, say, over a 3-year time frame at the same debt level, I was incurring about 660 rupees a square foot, has come down to 300 rupees a square foot, right? So that 300 has gone straight to the bottom line. So I think there's an optimized approach that we are looking at as far as our debt numbers are concerned, and we see that, and our goal is clearly to try and remain range bound in this around this number. What's nice is that we've got good liquidity. We've got about 600 crores of liquidity in the system. So I think that trend. But now with new acquisitions coming in, we're also having a lot of debt payments coming up. We'll kind of be range bound in and around that 2,200 crores net debt number.
All right. Before we let you go, just two numbers and we end this conversation, Abhishek. The first one is FY24. What are the bookings expected to be like? The first half was close to 2,700 crores. And the second number is how many units are you looking to deliver in the second half? You had earlier said 2,500. So on both those fronts.
Right. So on the pre-sales, I think you've seen 100% growth. We are already at 2,725 crores versus last year of 3,100 crores, the full year. Obviously, with the launches, we'll expect the trend to continue. We don't give guidance, so I'll not put a number there, but definitely we're expecting the trend to continue in the second half of the year. As far as the delivery is concerned, you're absolutely right. Our scheduled delivery, targeted delivery is about 2,500 units. In the coming half of the year. OC will definitely come in, and these units will be ready for handing over, and we should target that at least between 2,000 2,500 customers will definitely take the possession, because a lot of OC may come towards their March, and therefore we'll see some spillover in the next quarter.
All right, Abhishek, we're going to let you go on that note. Always a pleasure. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking to us. Let's now cut across to the SBI Chairman Dinesh Khara speaking at